Well, hello there. It's not often a simple social media post from a global superstar sends the entire footballing world into such a frenzy. But then again, we are talking about Cristiano Ronaldo. His latest Instagram post with the words "chapter is over" has sparked massive speculation. Is he leaving Al Nassr or Saudi Arabia altogether? The rumour mill is in overdrive. Clubs worldwide are taking notice. What does "chapter is over" really mean? One intriguing name linked with Ronaldo is Wydad Casablanca. The Moroccan giants are a powerhouse in African football, recently securing their place in the FIFA Club World Cup. Imagine the lift Ronaldo's presence would give them. We're talking about one of the greatest players of all time. For Wydad, having Ronaldo could be transformative. It's a bold, ambitious thought from Wydad. The allure of silverware is a powerful one. Then we turn our attention to South America, specifically Brazil, where Botafogo have been linked with a rather audacious move for Cristiano. Botafogo are a club with a rich history in Brazilian football, one of the traditional names, and they're currently looking to re-establish themselves at the very top. The Brazilian league, the Brasileirão, is incredibly competitive, full of passion, technical skill, and a production line of talent that's second to none. To bring a player of Ronaldo's global stature into that environment would be a monumental statement for the club and for Brazilian football as a whole. The club's coach, Luis Castro, who incidentally managed Ronaldo at Al Nassr for a brief period, has publicly stated they'd be lucky to have him. That's quite an endorsement and hints at a genuine desire from within the club, or at least an acknowledgement of what such a signing would represent. It's not just about the on-field impact. Think about the commercial opportunities, the increased global visibility for Botafogo, and the sheer excitement it would generate amongst their fan base and across the entire country. Brazil has a deep love for football and a deep appreciation for its legends. But what about Ronaldo's perspective? A move to Brazil would represent a completely new footballing culture for him, a different style of play and incredibly passionate, demanding supporters. The travel, the intensity of the league, the different climatic conditions, these are all factors he'd have to consider. Would he be motivated by the challenge of conquering another major footballing nation, adding a Brazilian chapter to his incredible career? It's a tantalizing prospect for Botafogo, and one that would undoubtedly capture the imagination of football fans everywhere if it were to materialize. Chapter 3. Sporting CP's Enduring Hope. Ah, the romantic narrative. Every time there's a whisper of Ronaldo considering his options, the name Sporting CP inevitably comes to the fore. This is where it all began for him, his boyhood club, the place that nurtured his prodigious talent before he exploded onto the world stage at Manchester United. The idea of him returning to Lisbon to finish his career where it started is a storyline that appeals to the heart, a full-circle moment that many football romantics, particularly sporting fans, dream of. It's a powerful emotional pull, that's for certain. These rumours of a sporting return have been a recurring theme for several years now. Every transfer window, it seems, his name is linked with a homecoming. It speaks volumes about the affection the sporting fans still hold for him, and perhaps a lingering hope within the club itself that one day conditions might align for such a move. From a footballing perspective, even an older Ronaldo would bring immense experience, a winning mentality and undeniable quality to their squad. And from a commercial and marketing standpoint, the impact would be simply enormous for the Portuguese club. However, Ronaldo himself has reportedly on previous occasions suggested that the chapter is closed regarding a return to sporting. One has to wonder about his reasoning. Perhaps he feels he achieved all he could there in his youth, and that revisiting it might not live up to the legend. Or maybe it's a pragmatic assessment of his own ambitions. Does he still see himself competing at a level that Sporting, with all due respect, might struggle to consistently provide in European terms? Financial viability is also a huge factor. Matching even a fraction of his current earnings would be a colossal challenge for Sporting. It's a beautiful idea, but the practical hurdles are significant. Chapter 4. Palmeiras. Eyeing a superstar signing. Staying in Brazil, another heavyweight club reportedly in the frame is Palmeiras. Alongside Botafogo, they represent another ambitious Brazilian side, potentially looking to make a global splash by attracting Cristiano Ronaldo. Palmeiras have enjoyed considerable success in recent years, both domestically and in the Copa Libertadores, establishing themselves as one of the dominant forces in South American football. They have a strong squad, a passionate fan base, and a clear ambition to compete at the highest level. Bringing in Ronaldo would be a clear signal of intent to elevate their global profile even further. The nature of Palmeiras' reported interest is something we'd need to scrutinise. Is it a concrete approach backed by a feasible financial package, or is it more aspirational at this stage, perhaps driven by the general excitement surrounding Ronaldo's potential availability? One can see the appeal for Palmeiras. Ronaldo's professionalism, his incredible goal-scoring record and his sheer star power would be a massive asset. They are a club with resources, and in the competitive landscape of Brazilian football, signing a player of Ronaldo's magnitude would be a significant coup over their rivals, not least Botafogo. Considering the Brazilian football scene, the rivalry between clubs like Palmeiras, Flamengo, Corinthians and others is intense. If Ronaldo were to choose Brazil, his decision of which club to join would be fascinating. Would he be swayed by a specific project, the history of a club, or perhaps the city itself? The challenge of adapting to the unique demands of South American club football with its passionate derbies and grueling schedule would be considerable, but for a competitor like Ronaldo, that might be part of the attraction. It's certainly a vibrant and demanding league for any player. Chapter 5, Al Hilal's reported rival ambition. Now, this is a particularly spicy one. What if Ronaldo's chapter is over message doesn't mean leaving Saudi Arabia, but rather switching allegiances within the Saudi Pro League? Al Hilal, Al Nassr's fierce rivals and the reigning champions, have previously shown significant interest in signing Ronaldo before he ultimately joined Al Nassr. They are a powerhouse in Saudi and Asian football with a decorated history and immense financial backing. The rivalry between Al Nassr and Al Hilal is one of the most intense in the region. One might ask why Al Hilal would still be interested, especially with Ronaldo having already played for their main competitors. Well, in football, and particularly in rapidly growing leagues looking to make a statement, securing the biggest names is paramount. Having Ronaldo switch from Al Nassr to Al Hilal would be a massive power play, a huge statement of dominance from Al Hilal, and would undoubtedly generate even more headlines for the Saudi Pro League. It would be the ultimate transfer saga within the kingdom, demonstrating their ambition to attract and retain world-class talent regardless of previous affiliations. From Ronaldo's perspective, would such a move appeal? It would certainly be controversial, to say the least, swapping the yellow of Al Nassr for the blue of Al Hilal. It might not be seen as a new challenge in a different country, but perhaps a chance to join the league's most successful club and add more trophies to his collection. The financial incentives Al Hilal could offer would undoubtedly be substantial, potentially even exceeding his current package. It's a move that would send shockwaves through Saudi football and ensure the spotlight remains firmly fixed on Ronaldo, albeit in a very different context to an international transfer. Cristiano Ronaldo's cryptic post has sparked endless speculation. Is he leaving Al Nassr or reflecting on the season? His silence fuels the fire.